Dearly beloved, we have gathered here today to get through this thing called Mix CD. My name is Mike, part of the SPDM crew, and I love making Mix CDs. Each week, we give our guests a theme and an 80-minute time limit for which songs they're going to pick for their Mix CD. This week, I'm going to be talking about Friday night alternative songs. So, when I was in middle school, yes, that's right, I'm going all the way back to middle school. I think it was every 2 weeks or maybe once a month, there was a Friday night alternative. So, not quite a dance per se. It was this Friday night hangout at one of the schools. Everybody who thought that they were hot shit went there, and they were a blast. There was a lot of basketball. There was dancing. There was music. It was always a lot of fun. And Friday Night Alternatives, where I got a pretty good chunk of my music taste from. I also learned that, hey, as a dude, dancing is a lot of fun. Dancing is also okay. This is where I got my first slow dance with someone who is not a family member. And this is where I got into my first semi fight, at least first fight that I thought was kind of not my responsibility, but something that I like kind of partially contributed to. And my one of my buddies got kicked out of the Friday night alternative because he got into a fight over a basketball game. So these were pretty important times in my life. And a lot of these songs, they're late 90s songs. So this is just like a small time capsule of like the songs from middle school that kind of just define this time in my life. So, and this is going to be a combination of slow songs. It's going to be a combination of some fast songs, but this is just a collection of just pop songs that kind of just came about from this time frame. So, first couple songs, "All My Life" by Casey and JoJo, I Will Come to You" by Hanson. Those were big ones for Friday Night Alternatives. They were slow dance songs, so there were ones where if you got the guts to ask someone to dance, or if somebody had the courage to ask you, then you take advantage of that. There's a couple songs on here that were deemed inappropriate and were ones that we couldn't really sing along to. One of these songs was the Barbie Girl song, and this other one, the Macarena, just couldn't sing along to it because it was deemed inappropriate. I have "I'll Be" by Edwin McCain and "Quit Playing Games with My Heart" by the Backstreet Boys, "How Do I Live" by Leanne Rimes, "Together Again" by Janet Jackson, "Wannabe" by the Spice Girls, another one that we were not allowed to sing along to because nobody really understood the lyrics, but also the lyrics, according to the chaperones, were deemed inappropriate. Two of these, they're longer, like kind of slow songs. So I know for me and my friends, if we asked a girl to dance to either of these two songs, they were ones that were a little bit on the longer side. So we just had to, play our cards right and we can get like a longer slow dance. But I Don't Want to Miss a Thing by Aerosmith and "Truly Madly Deeply" by Savage Garden. "The Boy Is Mine" by Brandy and Monica. That was a pretty popular song back then. "Getting Jiggy with It." That was a fun dance song that occurred during that time. "Livin' La Vida Loca" by Ricky Martin. "Genie in a Bottle" by Christina Aguilera. "Baby One More Time" by Britney Spears. "My Heart Will Go On" by Celine Dion. That got played at a lot of Friday night alternatives, which is a little weird because it's just an odd song. And then NSYNC, "I Want You Back." That was pretty popular during Friday Night Alternative season. So those are the songs that I remember the most from Friday Night Alternatives. The album cover would probably be the flyer that we usually got saying, "Hey, there's a Friday Night Alternative or a F&A." So though that's my list. Well, my friends, the time has come to end this episode of Mix CD. Be sure to like, rate, and subscribe to anything and everything SPDM Crew wherever you get your podcast. Join us on social media on Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, YouTube, and Blue Sky at SPDM Crew. Check out our website soon to be out at spdmcrew.com. You can follow our playlist on Spotify and Apple Music at Mike Hilty. Shout out to HiFlyer Creative Studios for making our awesome logo. Greatly appreciate their support. And if you have any marketing, logo, or brand standard needs, contact them at highflyercreative.com. If you've got a podcast idea or you're interested in being part of the SPDM crew as a guest or collaborating, email us at spdmcrew@gmail.com. Until next time, no matter what happens now, you shouldn't be afraid because I know today has been the most perfect day I've ever seen.